Oh, look at this, man. Show just got better because Romi Bean from Channel 4 is with us live. Join us on the video and Romi always makes the extra effort. The last time we had Romi on the show, she was on a flatbed in Buffalo with a bunch
taking shots out of a bowling ball.
This is not as exciting, but I wanted to give you something. We have a podium.
Hey, Romi, what were better husband prospects? The losers in Buffalo jumping on folding tables or the nerds covering the combine? What is the more interesting group of guys?
Wow. I got to say, I've never looked at it that way. That was certainly not my approach in either avenue. So I'm going to have to say neither. I don't know.
All right. We'll pass on that one. I was like looking around. You did a great video earlier of like Travis Hunter's press conference. And it was like, wow. And I'm like, well, okay. I'm seeing like who's covering the combine for the most part. I'm like, that's interesting. It's an interesting crew right there. But what are your impressions so far of the combine there, Romi?
It was funny though. The Travis scrum was, it was massive. I think this is the biggest combine scrum I've ever seen. Caleb Williams last year came close, but that was absolutely insane. And it was funny because there was like a lot of people that were like, I want to see T. I want to see T. I'm like, who's T? I don't think it goes by T. So I was like, it was kind of like a lot of not the usual suspects as well. Like all of these people emerged to come talk to Travis Hunter. And then I felt like I didn't see a lot of them at some of the other spots. So that was pretty interesting, but he definitely stole the show. I think he'll have a bigger crowd than the quarterbacks and probably anyone here. But his take was interesting. He was pretty tight-lipped. He didn't really want to talk about like who he met with in any teams. And, people were kind of pressing on the playing on both sides, but it's the narrative we've kind of heard from Travis all year. Just very short and sweet. Like, I believe I can do it. I'm built different and I wouldn't say expect, but he's laying it out there, right? That's what he wants. So it's no different than like what we've heard all year. I think that, I walked away and some people were like hoping for a big revelation, but I think, he was just short and sweet about it and he wants to play both sides and he believes he can. And I think it's going to be so interesting to see how it pans out, guys, right? At the end of the day, It comes down to whoever drafts him. Like that's what matters. And then the other big thing today was tight ends. And Elijah Arroyo, guys, he really stood out to me. Like this guy had like swag. I was like, I like his mentality. He was kind of one of the guys that I went to a little bit later and I walked away and I was like, I like that guy. Like I really liked what he kind of brought attitude wise. So, that was interesting. Tyler Warren had a big scrum, but I feel like he's not going to be available for the Broncos. So I was like, kind of 1 year in on that one. Colston Loveland has a great mentality. Did have shoulder surgery. He said if he gets drafted or when he gets drafted, he'd be okay for OTAs, non-contact for OTAs, and full go by training camp. So that probably wouldn't matter to a team, but that was interesting. He came with like the shoulder brace on. It's like, oh. So he got it just at the end of January. That was an interesting development, I guess.
Is the expectation with Travis Hunter that he's still going to participate in both wide receiver and defensive back? Because I've heard some people kind of going back and forth on if he's actually going to do that.
Tyler, I feel like that's like really muddy right now because he was asked, are you going to work out? And he said no, but people still aren't clear.
Oh, he said he's not going to work out.
So he said that, but it seems like the conversation since, and I've been asking a lot of people, is that a lot of people have still heard he is going to do position drills. So maybe that was more the 40 and stuff like that. So it's kind of unclear right now. I can't quite get a definitive answer. So it seems like he might do nothing or he might do some position drills, but it sounds like he's not going to do the 40 and stuff like that.
I could see that happening. I could see him skipping out on the 40, the bench press, all that stuff, and just doing positional work. That would actually make sense.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, but that seems to be – there's two trains of thought. So we're kind of TBD. I'll let you know.
Now, I didn't see him Monday at the Muggle Sweet Nuggets Pacers game. Did you get there a little late for that, or what happened?
Yeah, we weren't there for that, which I felt very sad about. But I did see a photo of you and Sean Payton, Scott, and this is my new favorite photo of all. Oh, Dmac tweeted it. This is my new favorite photo of all time.
Yeah, best friends.
Best friends forever.
Best friends.
Romi, are you guys doing anything?
BFF.
Are you guys doing anything on Channel 4 about Terrence Ferguson from Heritage or your fellow Creeker, Creek,
You know
Creek
what?
for life, Gunner Helm.
I know. I feel bad. My fellow Creeker, he was gone. I didn't actually get a chance to talk to him, full disclosure. But I did talk to Terrence, and he was great. I asked him if he keeps in touch with Bo, like, has he talked to him? And he said they talk all the time. He said whenever he comes back to Denver, him and Bo go get lunch. And so I thought that was great. He said they've stayed in touch the whole time. And then I asked him, like, what would that be like then to play for your hometown team and for Bo? And he's like, man, like, that would be amazing. And he kind of just talked about what we've seen from Bo. He said he just demands so much out of his players, and he's so focused and so disciplined. That would be, use the word amazing a couple times. That would be amazing. So that was that was fun because there's so many tie-ins there. But it's cool that he's stayed in touch with Bo and that they already have this built-in connection, which we know Sean talks to his players. So could be a guy to keep an eye on.
All right. What do you guys do now when the combine's actually happening? What's the vibe? Where do you go? What do you do?
Well, I'm just like in this room is kind of filtered out. This was the crazy combine room. I'm working on my TV hits. I was live at noon, and I got stuff at like 4, 5, and 6, and 10.
Oh, wow.
So tune in. Woo.
All right.
And then I may pop over and like try and catch some of the workouts. Just depends on timing. But I think some people are at the workouts and some people are, I don't know.
All right, well, the media is allowed to watch. I guess I don't know how I've never been at the combine. You're allowed to be in the area and watch it live, or do you have to go somewhere else and just watch it on TV? How does that work?
So you can go, there's like a section. I went last year and it was fun. I just went for like a little bit. I didn't have like a ton of time. But there's like a section, there was last year at least, like in the stands that you could watch that was kind of diagonal. Kind of on the 10-ish, maybe.
Romy, just be honest. Are there media people there that have stopwatches themselves that they sit there and they pretend like they're like a GM too? Like, bam. Oh, look at that.
I'm sure. I feel like I just when I went last year, it was just for like a couple of the position drills.
Gotcha.
But there is 1,000%.
All right.
No
what's our guy from the NFL Network that always runs the 40 and Schefter even did a lot. Any chance of you getting out there and running a 40 or doing the broad jump or the vertical jump or bench press too? I saw when you had your arm up, you got some guns working. So I'm thinking bench press or something.
I haven't been invited, but I will take them up on the offer. I don't think that's what they're looking for.
Which one are you going to excel at?
I feel like I can do the 40.
Okay. I think Romy, if it was a media combine for Denver people, I think Romy would kick ass.
We need to have a media combine. We've been talking about this forever.
I think you would humiliate. Romy's a real athlete, like a real athlete.
Yeah, just beat BK and Cecil.
I don't think that would be hard at all.
I don't know. Cecil can dunk.
I feel like there's like a hidden gem in the media that we're not thinking of that would just like cook all of us. I just don't know who that is, but there's somebody.
We haven't seen him. Yeah, and give Scotty Gaines a noogie when you can. He deserves one, and take care of business. We appreciate. Anything else? Any other little gossip going on? Anything else we should know?
You know what I think is kind of funny, you guys? I'm going to post this video, but so there's all these podiums, right?
Yeah.
And then like at the very end of the hallway, there's just like 2 tables. And I'm like, there's room for I have take issue with this. Like if you get invited to the combine, just walk with me.
Yeah.
And then you get put at a little table. It's like, oh, you're not like, oh, you're the table guy. So like, here's our big podiums.
Yeah.
And then see these like little dinky tables.
Oof.
Hey, Romy.
Call that the Tyler Polumbus.
No, Scott, that's not true. The Tyler Polumbus doesn't get a desk. There are different levels to the combine, okay? And there are plenty of us that did not get any form of a desk or a podium.
Okay, but so what I'm saying is everybody should get a podium, is what I'm saying. So Travis was here on this 8. This is where they put the big guys on 8.
Yeah.
And then I look over, I got to post this video, and I pan over, and there's just one guy standing right there, nobody talking to him. He's just looking at Travis. And he's like, anybody? And I was like, you at least could have given him like a couple friends to stand at the table as well.
Maybe that should be your role the rest of the week is, empathy and love, sharing love for that guy that's down there that may or may not even get drafted, but you could be that one person that asks a question.
That'd be fun.
You know what? I will. Everybody deserves a podium if you get invited to the combine. That's all I'm saying.
That's awesome.
Hey, that's a T-shirt. That's a T-shirt right there. Everybody deserves a podium.
Right.
Romy, you are the absolute best. We really, really appreciate
you guys
it.
Are the best.
You are. How
Thanks
can
for
we
having
be?
Me on.
And by the way, I just want to see another underdog story from Cherry Creek succeed. You know, I just
Romy's the biggest of them all.
Hater.
Man, there were only 14 kids that had perfect SAT scores out of Creek this year. I heard.
Look,
you know,
we do what we can.
how do you get by? I mean, how seriously? The scrappy news from Creek.
I'll tell you this: it's sink or swim.
I bet
It's sink or swim.
I bet it is.
You don't get to the top of Creek unless you earn it.
Very true.
I get
you
it.
get lost very quickly.
All right. Bye, Romy. Great job.
Hey, Romy.
Yep.
Romy. Everybody deserves a podium.
Everybody deserves a podium.
That's the T-shirt.
See, life motto.
See you, Romy.
All right, you guys are the best.
Thank you, Romy.
See you, Rome.